Come, let us explore the PTSD secret hidden in walking meditation. Together, let us relaxingly recite. Post-traumatic stress disorder is not uncommon amongst veterans of foreign wars, no less survivors of any violence. In his book, Walking Your Blues Away, Dr. Tom Hartman, PhD, explains how the chief culprit in PTSD, as well as CPTSD, is the hippocampus. Much like the doorman standing behind the velvet rope, clutching a clipboard at the entrance to the hippest dance club on a Friday night, who only deigns entrance to those who are famous, beautiful, on his guest list, or who slip him a C note. Our friend the hippocampus prevents certain perceptions from entering our memory's storage area, thus forcing our mind to experience a past event as a present event, which is the definition of trauma. Just as the sight of certain celebrities or a C note could mollify even the most persnickety of doormen. There are physical strategies to soothe our hippocampus. Enter the magic of brisk walking meditation. Where to walk? Whether you're experiencing turmoil or disassociation, crossing the street is probably not a great idea. It could therefore be best to simply walk around your block over and over again until you feel a bit better. How to walk? Briskly swing your arms out of sync with your legs, in the manner wherein you swing your left arm in sync with your left leg and your right arm in sync with your left leg. The greater the bend you maintain in your knees, the more your joints could thank you. This asymmetry has a kneading effect upon our anxious amygdala and mnemonic hippocampus. Amygdala, hippocampus. The way a massage therapist might work a kink out of our shoulder. We could turbocharge this process by incorporating the basic practice of mindfulness and meditation, cooperating with our autonomic nervous system by silently and mentally reciting. The demonstrative pronoun this the verb watch during each inhalation, as well as silently and mentally reciting the one-syllable verb ease during each exhalation. No, the goal of this practice is not to destroy painful memories, but to recategorize traumas from intense experiences to mere memories, dull and prone to fading. Thus, walking up. No, the goal of this practice is not to destroy painful memories, but to recategorize traumas from the ticking time bomb of intense experiences to their fused counterparts. Dull and prone to fading. Thus, walking in Buddha's footsteps, we could experience the healing effect of mindfulness and meditation. Having completed our opening lesson, it's time for us to now shift gears. It is Qui-Gon Jinn Tuesday morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is the Dzogchen Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I have harnessed my autistic special interests as well as my ADHD hyperfocus to spend about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that I can become your personal, nerdy, neurodivergent guide to nirvana. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. For the remainder of this morning's live stream, let's camp out at the latest iteration of very easy meditation practice text, or sadhana, if you're nasty. Sturgeon's Law reminds us that 90% of everything and everyone sucks, including meditation teachers. What does that look like? It looks like society saying, don't be flexible, be rigid. Don't be loving, be fearful. Don't be rational, be superstitious. Don't be laid back, be controlling. It also looks like society conditioning us to say, don't be egalitarian, be elitist. Don't be lucid, be cryptic. Don't be cooperative, be competitive. Don't be kind, be cruel. It should come as little surprise, therefore, that the majority of meditation teachers will implore their students to actively focus and actively analyze. Now, the only way to do that is by relying upon discrete neural pathways, such as those found in the medial or dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. The problem with overusing this region of the brain is that its fatigue increases our vulnerability to the symptoms of depression while triggering our amygdala, the seat of both the anxiety and aggression, the polar opposites of the peace and the love that most of us desire. Good news. The entirety of our central nervous system consists of much more than just our amygdala or prefrontal cortex. For instance, every time we inhale, we are already wired to automatically access the sympathetic nervous system ensconced within the middle third of our spinal cord. This bad boy has evolved to help us to notice, in a special way, to help us to notice vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly. But notice what? Notice mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. Now, this is the opposite of concentration, where we select one thing and ignore everything else. Here we're being completely vulnerable to all manner of phenomena, the external and the internal, the physical and the mental, the pleasurable and the painful, the interesting and the boring, the glorious and the grotesque. Every time we exhale, evolution has wired us to automatically access the parasympathetic nervous system, divided between the lower third and the upper third of that same spinal cord. Doing so causes us to physically relax and mentally release to such a degree that which we noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void. Now, any good English teacher will remind us that a simile is only as useful as it is relatable. So we have to ask the question, what? What is a real-world example of a non-graspable vast empty void? How about the illusion of the infinite azure sky, bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although could be tantalizing to the eye, is non-graspable to the hand? One of the easiest ways to cooperate with our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems is to silently and mentally recite watching the play of mind during each inhalation, as well as silently and mentally recite ease into mind's nature during each exhalation. Of course, reciting it silently and mentally. Now, if you want, there's no problem performing the monosyllabic version of this, which would be watch, ease. Together, let us practice right now. Ahem. If you've just joined me, the shortcut to mindfulness is silently and mentally reciting the verb watch during each inhalation, and the shortcut to meditation is silently and mentally reciting the verb ease during each exhalation. Let us take a moment to learn what we can from this contemplative archetype. The nudity of Samantabhadra and Samantabhadri remind us that the key to mindfulness is being vulnerable. The ultimate awareness is being vulnerable, passive, visceral, random, and fleeting. The translucence of this couple, known in Tibet as Kundu Zong Ho and Kundu Zong Mo Yabyum, reminds us that as we relax into our exhalation, that which we noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was as non-graspable as the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although it could be tantalizing to the eye, is non-graspable to the hand. The beauty of this couple reminds us that the highest love is the spontaneous and uncontrived byproduct of mindfulness and meditation. I want to remember the adjective. Give me a second here. The abandon with which she sports reminds us of spontaneity. The stability with which he sits reminds us of centeredness. This centered spontaneity is the key to the effortless effort known as right effort. All these things are the spontaneous and effortless byproduct of noticing and relaxing in harmony with our inhalation and our exhalation. During each inhalation, if we wish, we could silently and mentally recite watching the play of mind. And as we exhale, we could silently and mentally recite ease into mind's nature. If we wanted, we could silently and mentally recite the one-syllable version, which is simply watch, ease. Excuse me. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 11 1/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's evening meditation class, as well as group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.